Alright? You guys will say that's why I keep falling into capital territory. Okay?
Where in the later stage they will become global to be able to attend to support what they are doing for those who are able to invest into that industry.
We have 774 local governments in Nigeria. If you have two mini stadiums and of this stadium, then it will be good enough for the grassroots football to develop more. Then we go into area of technicals where the Nigeria Football Federation is doing all it could to train coaches. These coaches are the ones that will bring out these players, bring out the best in them, identify talents. We keep appealing to them that they should please study the laws of the game very well and officiate according to the laws of the game and take away bias.
Congratulations once again. Would you like to representing Marybeth Sports?
Grassroots, I know for sure, is the bedrock of any success story. Look at the NHOs, the Ndidis, that's where they started. In Mikel Obi, Okocha, Ronaldinho. So if we focus more on grassroots, there's nothing stopping the emphatic development. Just not long ago, we got an invitation from an international world futsal body, to bring our players, all expense paid trip and everything.
To let you have a feel of grassroots football there. We just have to look at it. That is the bedrock of our sport. Grassroots is always where people need to really focus because that's where we can get raw talent. Welcoming you on Sport 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, a lot of activities in the world of sport for the weekend where you see Liverpool scooping it again against Chelsea. It was a good one for the Cubs. They celebrated big time, making it two. They actually pursuing four. We will start with the first story that we'll be having has to do with Super Eagles of Nigeria, where NFL finally confirms Jose Pizarro as the Eagles coach. Well, it has been on and off for a while now. Now we have the man as the head coach of Super Eagles of Nigeria. Finidi Joy will be his first assistant. Before it was Salisu Yusuf, but right now it has been turned around. Salisu Yusuf will be the second assistant, while Abdallah Usman will be the third assistant. But from the way it is, the man has taken over. The Portuguese called Jose Pizarro now is at the end of affairs, and let's see what he can do. A lot of Nigerians actually have been waiting. Who is going to be? Well, news actually featured on Sunday that Pizarro has been confirmed finally as Eagles coach. Let's look at that particular story alongside Charles Ajuya. Good to have you, Charles.
Thank you very much. Good to be on the show today.
Good one. Now, issue of Pizarro, although some people actually expected it, they knew he was going to be appointed. A lot of Nigerians were like, maybe they will change, maybe it's going to be Koku or it's going to be another person, but eventually it still went back to the same man that got it in January before the Nations Cup started. But from the way it is, what's your own take on this?
Like you said, I think when they initially announced it, it was in December last year. It was supposed to be before the Nations Cup. Then they took Eguavon on. And after the Nations Cup, the disappointment of the Nations Cup, we thought, okay, Pizarro will come in before the qualifiers against Ghana. And he didn't come in then. So there's been so much back and forth about this. I heard about the former Barcelona man, Ernesto Valverde. Actually, that was who I was gunning for. But okay, we have Pizarro. And I think the appointment hasn't gone down well to us to general masses, because it's be something, okay, who is this guy, what has he won? I've gone to make research about him, and you look at his track record. Yes, he's coached big clubs in Portugal. He's been assistant of Real Madrid. He's coached also the Al Ahly of Egypt. But you see, what's his style? What has he won? What does he bring to the table? And there's so much question marks about him that it's not so much question marks about him that we're not quite sure what we're getting. And with the disappointment of not qualifying for the World Cup, I mean, Nigerians want to see more because, as the previous segment said, there's been a lot of effort put into grassroots. And we want to see, by the time the next World Cup comes around, we want to have a team that can compete for the next World Cup and also for the next Nations Cup. Is Jose Pizarro the man to do that? We're not so sure.
Okay, well, a lot of people are actually talking about Finidi George becoming the first assistant. Formerly, it was Salis Yusuf that was rolled out, but later it turned around. And, well, it's dividing because, one, some Nigerians are saying, okay, he's inexperienced, he's that or this. Why some are saying, okay, those that have been there, they also started from one place. So, Finidi George becoming the first assistant, he was second assistant after Salis Yusuf. But right now, Salis Yusuf will be focusing more on chanting, that is home-based Eagles, while he will also be second assistant behind Finidi George now. So Finidi George will be the immediate assistant to Pizarro. From the way it is, I think somehow it's balanced now.
Yeah, I agree with you in that sense that we have Nigerians in the setup. But yeah, again, you have the situation where Salisu Yusuf was the first assistant before and he's going back to be second assistant. So the confusion there already. So there's that discord, we're not quite sure of it. But yes, I'm happy with the decision to have Finidi George. He's well-traveled, played at the highest level, so he's the man who knows the game, who you can say, okay, we'll work with Jose Peseiro to bring for the good of Nigerian football. That's what we all want.
Okay, now we've been looking at Jose Peseiro being appointed as, or rather confirmed finally, as the coach of Eagles. Well, the main thing right now is we'll be prosecuting our games, talking about the AFCON qualifiers. But before that, there'll be friendly games that will be involving Nigeria against L3 of Mexico and also Ecuador. Those games will be coming up in Dallas, Texas, and also over there in New Jersey. But the main thing right now is he will be at the end of affairs. Let's see what he can offer, and let's see if truly NFL appointing him really gets justified. Well, I hope Super Eagles will also put their acts together. Whoever is the coach doesn't matter now. But what would the players be offering? Because I still recall vividly when we played against Ghana, it wasn't the Guavon that actually entered the pitch to play. It was the Super Eagles, the main player themselves. They need to be more serious, whoever is actually their coach. Now we move away from that particular story. Let's look at another one that has to do with Nigerian National League, NNL. Some matches were played in Group A1, A2, B1, and B2. Let's look at those results across different centers in Nigeria. Starting from Group A1, after the break, we have Group A1, EFCC defeated Sokoto United 2-0. Oya Sport lost at home against ABS by 3-0. El Kanemi Warriors 3, Yobe Desert Stars. It was 3-0 spanking from El Kanemi Warriors. YCTFC defeated Zamfara United by 2-1. In the Group A2, quickly looking at the result in the Nigerian National League, we have Group A2 now, where the results standing there shows that, well, Vendresa actually, well, that's Mandum Fashi FC rather against Kebbi United 2-0. Green Beret 2-0 against JM Liberty. DMD FC 1-0 against Adamawa United. NAF FC lost by a lone goal to Doma United. And you have Kogi United playing 1-0 draw against Rose Safety of Abuja in an away game in Lokoja. While in Group B1, Southern Conference, Vandresa 2. Jaran Brillas actually didn't score any goal. It ended 2-0 in favor of Vandresa. Bende Insurance 3. Adoration FC 1. Oshi United FC defeated Ibom Youth by 3-0. Abeokuta Stormers 1 against JRTT FC, as Ekiti United also conceded a goal scored by Gateway United FC in the Southern Conference Group B1. Well, in the still the same Southern Conference, match day 14 in the Group B2, we have Nnewi United. They pipped Abia Comets by a lone goal. Sinosho lost at home against Crown FC of Ogbomoso. Bayelsa United also lost against Ijebu United by 2-0. Warri Wolves made it 3-0 against Apex Crane at Sporting Lagos. They did well, but it was not enough. They lost against Calabar Rovers in that game that ended 2-1 in favor of Rovers FC there. Those are the results in the Nigerian National League, match day 10, 12, 14, and also 10. Well, good one there. Those are the 4 groups in the NNL, Nigerian National League, the second tier of league in Nigeria. Just to let you have a feel of what happened over the weekend, where so many matches were actually played in the NNL. Now let's go to the big boys. The NPFL matches were also played, although 9 games were played, 19 goals scored in the Nigerian Professional Football League for the weekend, match day 28. Let's look at Eyimba. They did well against Lobby Stars 2-1. They won that game convincingly well. Good one for Sunshine Stars against Aqua. It was 0-0. Gombe United lost against Niger Tornadoes, while Kwara United did 1-2-3 against Shooting Stars, who were able to pull one back to make it 3-1. MFM of Lagos 2, Kano Pillars 1 in their game. Good one for MFM. They were able to win despite not performing too well this season. Heartland 2, Rivers United 0, and you have Remo Stars actually winning against Enugu Rangers. Plateau United 3, Wiki Tourist 1, and you have Katsina defeating Nasarawa also by a lone goal. And if you transfer that to the way the table is standing right now in the MPFL, well, Rivers United and Plateau United, despite the fact that the two of them did not get any point, they still stand top there, 58-54, followed by Remo Stars right now. They have smart Rangers to be third on the table with 46 points. Rangers International are now fourth with 45 points, followed by Kwara United, who are standing fifth with 43 points. Eyimba International winning their game against Lobby 2-1 has actually fetched them 3 points to make them jump to 6th position for the 2 points. Aqua United, defending champions, they have 41 points. Sunshine Stars of Akure with 38 points, alongside Gombe United, also on 38 points. And you have Wiki Tourist of Bauchi with a -3 goal difference with a 38 points from 1st to 10th. And you have from 11, the mid-table to the bottom of the table, Shooting Stars of Ibadan, 37 points from 28 matches. Niger Tornadoes, Nasarawa United are actually just 1 point ahead of each other, 36-35. Abia Warriors, who are yet to play against Dakada, Abia are standing 14 with 33 points, followed by Katsina, Lobi, Heartland, while Dakada Abia will be coming up. Well, those are the table as it's standing now. Dakada having 30 points from 27, and Kano Pillars, they have 29 points from 27 matches with -8 goal difference. MFM, despite winning their game, they have -21 in their goal difference and 27 when it comes to points accrued so far in the MPFL match day 28 rather. Well, those are the games played so far in the MPFL, and the teams are really showing class between Rangers, Rivers, Remo, and Plateau United showing class. They are the big boys right now, and you can't forget Kwara United, Aqua United, Eyimba International, all following suit in that pecking order. But for MFM and Kano Pillars, they need to up their game if really they want to be in the MPFL next season. Very, very strange for Kano Pillars to be standing 19th on the log, always been among the top boys when it comes to MPFL. But this season, they have not found it easy at all when it comes to football in Nigeria. Kano Pillars, the Misugida boys. Now, we move away from there. Let's talk about the one that will be starting today. NWFL Super 6 is coming live in Benin City, where 6 teams will be jostling for honors to see who wins the league and also qualify for CAF Champions League for women. Well, Nigeria Tels, Nasarawa Amazons, Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels, not forgetting the teams that will be joining them. Edo Queens are also there. They will be fighting for honors. Who win this league? Well, the 6 teams are, as we speak right now, they've started those games. Talking about event taking place at University of Benin football pitch, where teams will be playing, and also involving all the 6 teams to see who actually will be winning the league this season. Well, we wait to see who will carry the day there. The event will run for like 5 or 6 days, and it's fire for fire over there in Benin City. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium will be hosting the final, but right now, University of Benin football pitch and also Ogbemudia Stadium will be hosting all the matches they'll be playing in the NWFL Super 6 to herald the winner of the league and also CAF Champions League season. Good one. We've been looking at Nigerian sport. Always want to give much attention to our own. If we don't, no one will. MPFL, NNL, NWFL, those are the top leagues in Nigeria, and we have just talked about them, not forgetting Jose Pizarro being appointed as a confirmed as coach of the Eagles. Now, also over there in Europe, well, a lot of things happened during the weekend where Liverpool, now they make it 2 out of 4. They are pursuing 4. They call it quadruple, but now they make it 2. A good one for Liverpool. Well, Charles, this is it was a game that a lot of people were looking at. Maybe Chelsea were able to turn things around. It entered extra time. They finished and entered penalty shootout. But from the way Liverpool actually going right now, they made it 2 out of 4. It's meaning 2, and anything can still happen.
Yeah, like Manchester City drew yesterday with West Ham yesterday, so opens the title race a bit. But I think City probably have that title sewn up in England. As it comes to the Champions League, to be fair, I'm a Real Madrid fan, so I'm not looking forward to Liverpool making it 4 titles come May. I believe that won't happen too. That will probably beat them for the title in Paris. But I think they've had a wonderful season. They deserve to. I do want them to win the Premier League, but I don't think they will win the Premier League. I think they're probably the best team around right now. Their forward line, they have 5 world-class attackers across the pitch. You have Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Roberto Firmino, and Diogo Jota, who can change the game at any point. And you have world-class midfielders as well, with Thiago Alcantara, who had a wonderful game over the weekend against Chelsea. He was wonderful at the weekend. So, yeah, I think Liverpool are a strong team. I think this is where their season ends in terms of what they will achieve in title. I think City have the title sewn up. And I think we'll probably beat them in Paris.
Okay, now, from the way it is, because you just have to appreciate the fact that they're actually pursuing 4. They've won 2. Even against all odds, when no one actually gave them the chance against Chelsea, it was a game that a lot of people were looking at, okay, maybe Chelsea will scoop this, although the women did for Chelsea. And then you look at now pursuing the remaining 2, even though you say you're a Real Madrid fan and you believe that they won't win it, according to you. We don't know what's going to happen that night. But for Liverpool, I think they have their eyes really fixed on these cups, really, kind of. Because, okay, now West Ham held down Man City from celebrating just yesterday. And, well, against Aston Villa, let's even leave that. We know anything can happen. But for Liverpool, Southampton, another match that we'll be looking at tomorrow, that will actually spur them into action by, okay, we've won second one. Why don't we beat Southampton and then put more pressure on Man City against Aston Villa before we play ours?
Yes, I get that. I think Liverpool will win the remaining games. I also didn't think Man City will win their remaining games. That's how I think.
So automatically,
I think the title is done already. I think this draw against Spurs a few weeks ago really halted Liverpool's chances of winning the league. Again, fair play to Liverpool, fair play to Klopp and the players. They've had a wonderful, wonderful season. Beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup now on penalties, and they beat Chelsea this weekend again on penalties. That's something we should take into consideration. Liverpool have played 2 finals this year. Both ended in goalless draws. Again, they're coming to Paris to play Real Madrid. So I don't see that happening. We've had such a wonderful season, but I think the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup is where their season really ends.
Not so sure. What if they prove you wrong?
I mean, we'll be here
to talk about it.
We'll be here to talk about it.
Anyway, we've been looking at Liverpool chances. They've made it 2 now out of 4, and really they are celebrating. The Cubs, the team that never walk alone, have been surprising everyone. Although it's their season, they've been on fire. And for Manchester City and Liverpool, well, we wait for the EPL decider. And for Real Madrid against Liverpool also in Champions League, Charles is actually saying, well, he's a Madrid fan. He believes that Madrid will scoop it. But I'm saying anything can happen. You can never say, well, yes or no when it comes to football. But for Liverpool fans, they are celebrating for the fact that they did it against Chelsea, and Chelsea are not so happy for the fact that they have every chance, but things didn't work out the way they planned it. But their women made them proud as their women won the FA Cup for women against Manchester City women. Good one, at least if the men lost and the women scooped it. That's a good one for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've been talking about that. Let's look at the Duncan Slam sport. NBA is getting more juicy day by day. And now the 4 teams that will be looking at, the final Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Boston Celtics eliminates Milwaukee Bucks, defending champion. Although I wasn't expecting them to win, because really Boston has been fantastic so far. And you expect Boston to really do well against Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I did. I expected that yesterday. Giannis, to my mind, the best player in the world. I was expecting a big game from him yesterday, but the Celtic defense, probably been the best defense we've seen in basketball since 2004 Pistons. They're so good. And Giannis himself didn't have a good game yesterday. And from the third quarter, you could tell Celtic had wrapped this up. Home court advantage too for Boston. Boston guard was on fire last night, and you could feel the atmosphere from your TV. So it was really electric. And yeah, I think Celtics will probably beat the Heat in their conference finals. And also a good day for Dallas Mavericks yesterday. my boy Luka Doncic dropping 35 points against the Suns was a wonderful performance from him. I was really impressed, and I'd love to see what they'll do against the Warriors.
Yeah, but right now, from the way it is, Eastern Conference, Celtic, Miami Heat and Golden State Warriors, and you want to expect from Dallas Mavericks, and you have Miami versus Boston. How do you see these games coming up?
Miami Heat versus Boston is going to be a tough game, but I think Celtics probably have that game. I think Celtics probably have that game. When it comes to Dallas Mavericks and the Warriors, that's a tough one for me because I think the Warriors have experienced team. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. I mean, Game 6 Klay, the other game against the semifinals game in the conference, he was on fire. But I think they'll probably edge it. In the same way, I'm hoping Doncic comes through because he's a wonderful, wonderful player. He came through from the Real Madrid Basketball Academy, so that's how I know him. And I think he's going to be a future MVP, but I think this season will probably be a step too far for him. I think the Warriors probably peep the Mavericks.
Good one there. Just to give you a wrap from the NBA, it's been since lately looking at the NBA series so far. Golden State Warriors, Miami Heat, Dallas Mavericks, and also Boston Celtics, who actually dropped the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks there. Now, we take the last straw on the log, talking about Barcelona. Barcelona moving to sign Wolves and Portugal midfielder Ruben Neves. He's been a player that's been fantastic for Wolves, but right now, Barcelona actually moving to see if they can get this player to join them in the midfield. That would be a good one if they can scoop this because Neves has been fantastic for Wolves this season.
Yeah, he has been. He has been for a couple of years now. Over the years, you've heard rumors of transfers to Manchester United and other clubs. And Barcelona have been trying to make smart signings since the new president came in, Joan Laporta. You also hear news about they're trying to sign Robert Lewandowski too from Bayern Munich, so that's something. We'll be looking forward to the competition from Barcelona. I think under Xavi, they've made great strides under Xavi, and it was interesting to see what they'll be doing over the next couple of years and in the upcoming season.
Let's see if Barcelona will be able to scoop this midfielder away from Wolverhampton to join them over there at the new camp. That's it on 360 Sport. Wonderful time with you, Charles. Algeria, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Good one there. Well, it's 360 Sport. We have to go now on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.